Today I am with Mr. Kevin Moynes, who's Director of HR and OD at East Lancashire Hospitals Trust. Kevin, welcome. So, as an experienced Director of HR and OD, and SRO of course, for the Pennine Lancashire footprint, what does the workforce landscape look like from your perspective?
I think there's two sides to this coin. I think there's something about massive opportunities going forward, and there are challenges that I think sometimes are getting more aircover than they need to be. We cannot lose the fact that this is about patients, and I often remind people about reading the NHS Constitution, where it talks about people who work in the NHS are afforded the chance to look after people at the most vulnerable times of their lives, and it does not get any better than that.
Was it where you had vacancies, I understand, that you were finding them difficult to recruit to, that you first sort of looked to the STAR? Perhaps you could describe to us how you use the STAR to address things.
When I read it, I thought, right, it's simple. I think it's I think the term people use is a go-to place to look at how it can help you. You start to look at the STAR and the 5 points of that in terms you can start a new discussion, a new narrative about how to use it. So then you think, well, is there a supply? You can talk about that. You can talk about the timeliness of that supply. You can move on to, improving the opportunities for staff that you've already got, upskilling. Then you move on to new roles, new ways of working. And of course, lastly, it's about leadership.
So in terms of your use of it here at East Lancs, how has the board responded to that?
We looked, for example, that a ward-based pharmacist or a pharmacist based in E&E can do 40% of what a middle-grade doctor can do. Now, hence why we've got ward-based pharmacists now. And the board have seen things like reduction in length of stay, no duplication of drugs, knocking one drug out, better efficiency, better use of money, etc. And again, we can show that. So
having used the STAR as a framework then to sort of steer your transformation effort, how would you define its USP to your peers?
It's usable. Things like RAPT, where you're actually putting the patient first, answering the clinical question, designing what happens to and with the patient, and building a workforce team around that is important. And we didn't have the STAR, we couldn't have that dialogue. And you think, now we can. So I think its uniqueness is, I think it's simplicity.